Now, there is another dangerous twist in the Middle East conflict. But this time, the tension is not on the ground or at the sea. It is unfolding high above one of the most sensitive regions on the planet Earth, near the Hormuz Island, basically a place that sits dangerously close to global energy lifeline. Well, a sudden military alert has sparked fresh fear of escalation. Well, what exactly happened in those skies, it is still unclear, but what is certain is this. The whole situation has now become far more serious. Welcome to TimesXP's War Report, and according to claims coming from Iran this time, its air defense system detected and tracked what it described as an enemy fighter jet entering sensitive airspace along its southern coast. Within moments, high alert protocols were triggered, radar systems logged onto the aircraft. Missile batteries were activated, and then came the most explosive claim that Iran fired ground-to-air missiles targeting an F-15 fighter jet, one of the most advanced combat aircraft used by the Western forces. If we talk about F-15, then it's not just any aircraft. It is the symbol of air superiority. It's fast, highly armed, designed to dominate the skies. In fact, it is widely operated by the United States and its allies, particularly under commands like the United States Central Command, which, by the way, oversees the operations in the Middle East. If such a jet it was indeed targeted, it raises immediate and serious question. What was it doing in that airspace? Was it a mission monitoring Iranian activity, or was it part of a larger coordinated military presence in that particular region? And what makes this whole situation even more intense is the silence that followed. There is no official confirmation from Washington. There is no statement from the U.S. Central Command. There is no response from Israel either, which also operates in the region and has previously carried out covert operations there. The silence, that is significance. Because in geopolitics, such moments, they are often filled with behind-the-scenes assessment, damage control, strategic restraint. Location of this incident, it is also very important to understand the global concern here. The nearby Strait of Hormuz, it is one of the most important maritime choke points in the world. Nearly 1/5 of global oil passes through this particular passage every single day. So any military confrontation here, even in the air, it sends shockwaves across global market, government, militaries. Because a single escalation, it can disrupt shipping lanes, spike the oil prices and trigger wider conflict. And also, this is not happening in isolation. The Gulf region has been on high alert for weeks now. Military activity has increased on all the sides. More surveillance flight, more naval deployment, more missile system on standby. In the meantime, Iran has repeatedly warned against Western influence near that particular border, while the US and its allies, they continue to maintain a strong strategic footpoint in that particular region. The airspace over the Gulf has effectively become a zone of constant tension now, where one mishap can lead to unintended consequences. Here, experts, they are now closely analyzing what may have happened. Some believe that this could be a deliberate show of strength by Iran, basically a message that it is willing and capable of defending its airspace aggressively. On the other hand, others suggest that it may have been a high-risk encounter where a foreign jet came too close for comfort, triggering a defensive response here. Also, there are concerns that such incident, they could be part of a broader pattern, right? Testing reaction, probing defenses, and sending signals without crossing into the full-scale conflict. Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest uncertainty remains the fate of the jet. There are no confirmed reports of the crash, no visual evidence, no rescue operations. This could mean that the aircraft managed to evade the missiles and exit the area safely. But even if no damage was done, but the implication, they are still massive, right? The missile launch against a high-end fighter jet, it is not routine. It is a direct military signal, and that is where the real danger lies, because the next time the outcome may be the same, but it may not be the same. The margin for error, it is extremely small. A successful hit, a pilot casualty, or even a misinterpretation of intent, it can escalate the whole situation instantly. Right now, the world is watching closely. Intelligence agencies are tracking every moment. Satellite data is being reviewed, diplomatic channels They are likely working quietly in the background to prevent further escalation, but the skies over Hormuz, they have already delivered a message tonight. This region is on the blink, and any further provocation, it could push it into a much larger conflict.